Nick Shell, and I hereby endorse the NoFap movement. I want to make that official. Now, here's why I'm doing this. I think that so many people want to just sweep this under the rug about pornography. They want to deflect by saying, oh, well, you're a religious guy, so of course you're speaking against it. You were raised in Alabama, right? So therefore, what you say doesn't matter. But what I'm noticing is the people who are saying those things typically are already in their 30s. They're from a generation in which pornography did not exist the way it does for anyone who was already born into constant pornography everywhere that's available and easily attainable and so on. I get that. I get that today's men that are in their late teens and early 20s already are up against some challenges because they are more likely to have already been exposed to pornography. So I was thinking, this whole NoFap thing. Now, when that phrase is used, typically here's what we're understanding. It means pornography and therefore what accompanies it, right? And for me, my main focus is the pornography itself. Let's get rid of that. When you get rid of that, that's the main problem, okay? So what I'm also wondering by making this video is if the NoFap movement will accept a guy like me. I'm a guy who's never looked at pornography. I'm strange that way. And it wasn't because of my religious background or upbringing. It was because I always thought, I don't want to do that to my brain. I always saw it as poison. It was never a temptation to me to look at pornography. And I've had plenty of options. I had plenty of opportunities. Never interested me. I always knew it was something that I saw as poison to my mind. And I was looking at the website for the NoFap movement, and I was noticing how they're very accepting, like I am on my channel, as far as they said, whether you're religious, whether you're atheist, we can all agree that pornography is poisoning to men's minds and their identity and their perceptions of reality and all these things, and the fact that it's addicting. So aside from politics, aside from religious beliefs, the NoFap movement is a group of people who are admitting out loud, hey, this is a problem, and it's specifically affecting the youngest generation of men more than anything. Because even if a man who occasionally looked at pornography and he was 50 years old, the moment he starts diving into internet porn, compared that to a kid at age 14 who starts then. The kid at 14 is going to be much more, and I'm going to call it traumatized by the pornography than the guy who had already lived most of it, because that's psychological development in youth. That makes a difference. So I hereby endorse the NoFap movement. And I just want to say, NoFap movement, dear NoFap movement, if you can hear me, if you're watching this video right now, just know that if you need me to step in and help out by making a video to contribute to what you're doing, I'd be happy to do that, because I've realized I'm a hair loss vlogger, right? But I've realized that so many of my subscribers, over 4,400, have this thing in common. So many are addicted to pornography, and it's just part of the norm that to them it's not addiction. I realize that, and I realize the need for more positive male role models. So if the NoFap movement will have me, if I can at all serve that community, then I want to do that. When I think of myself as a YouTuber with a growing channel, I think, you know, what movements that already exist, what brands that exist are truly in alliance with what I believe, with the identity of this channel. And I'm starting to realize this so-called hair loss vlog that I have, the fundamental issue is exposure to pornography at such a young age, and how that causes a young man, to worry about hair loss in a way that other generations didn't. I'm not saying it's the only thing, and I understand that social media is a big part of it, but I'm with the NoFap movement on this. And granted, again, my main thing is the pornography, not the action that accompanies it, okay? But still, I don't want that to be a deflection from what I'm saying here. And again, I love this fact about the NoFap movement. It's not a religious thing. This isn't about morality. This is about psychology. So, if you can hear me, NoFap movement, wherever you are, just know that this YouTuber right here is singing your praises.